Live, love Africa. What's your excuse for not coming? Please subscribe.
Hello, I'm Dynast Amir.
Greetings. Ekaro, that means good morning in Yoruba. I hope all is well. I hope you got up this morning, you broke a sweat, got your workout in. I hope you got up early this morning before you worked out or even after you work out. You know, you meditate, you focus on your purpose, your ambition, your goals, and you visualize yourself meeting and achieving your purpose and goals. Today's topic, take claim of that. You did that. You made that happen. What do you mean, Dynast? So back when I was playing football in high school, I think this is my sophomore or junior year in high school, he was our defensive coordinator, our offensive coordinator. But one of my coaches came up to me and said, Dynast, or Albert, this is when I was Albert. He said, Albert, you know, you should write your goals down on an index card and keep it with you for the game. You know, whatever you plan on doing, the amount of yards you're going to rush for, touchdowns you're going to score, write it down on an index card and just keep it with you. So I started doing that. I started writing it down and I'll put it in my girdle. And I remember one game I rushed for over 300 yards, scored about 6 touchdowns. And I took it after the game. I ran up to him. His name was Coach McClure. I went up to him. I pulled the card out and I showed it to him. Had the date on it, the amount of yards I was going to rush for. He said, man, you should keep that. I didn't, but, you know, I just wanted to show it to him. Like, look, I listened to your advice. I wrote my goals down on an index card and put it in my girdle. And I achieved it. In fact, I did better than what I wrote down on my index card. And I just showed it to him. And, man, he was like, wow, man, this is just a magical moment. You should hold on to that index card. I didn't, but, you know, it was surreal that what I wrote down manifested. I did it. So I said, okay, if it could work for football, let me try it in track. So I did the same thing in track and field. I would write down my goals, you know, what I want to run in the race, the time, you know, and in the event that I was running in, 100, 200, I would say, okay, I want to win gold in the 100, I want to win gold in the 200, and I would put it in my track shorts. You know, after my meets, when I would win, I'll pull it out like, man, I did it. Then came corporate America. You know, I wrote down, I want to be the number 1 rep in the nation, in the company. I wrote it down. I want to be the number 1 rep in the company. So I wrote it down. And it manifested. Now, you have to put in the work, obviously. You can't just write stuff down and not put in the sweat equity. But what I'm saying is, you know, when I put in the sweat equity and I was focused, right, and I utilized the power of the pen and wrote things down that I wanted to accomplish, it happened. Because I put in that sweat equity. So what I'm saying is, guys, when you do that, if you guys have a vision board, if you guys are writing out your goals, writing down your goals, and as they manifest, take claim of that. You made that happen. You made that happen. Take claim of it. Don't be shy about it. You made that happen. You use your mental powers to attract it, and you use your physical powers and your will to make sure it got done. So acknowledge the higher power in you. Acknowledge the God in you. Acknowledge that higher frequency in you. Acknowledge it and take claim of it. Acknowledge those psychic powers that you have. You made that happen. You made it happen. And as you acknowledge it and take claim of it, those powers get stronger. You know, don't neglect them. Like me, there's periods in time that, you know, I'll manifest something, make it happen, and then I'll neglect it, and I'll become undisciplined. Don't become undisciplined, because you become undisciplined, you start hustling backwards or reversing what your accomplishments were. You know, you are in position when you manifest something, when you write it down, when you attract it, set the bar a little bit higher. Do a little bit more. And in doing that, you strengthen your psychic powers. You strengthen your will. You strengthen that God inside of you. Don't manifest something and then be content. That's hustling backwards. You manifest something, then you stretch yourself a little bit more. Set your goals a little bit higher. Write down goals that, you know, might make you seem crazy when you try to articulate it to people. Then you manifest that. Take claim of that. Then you set the bar a little bit higher and just keep going and keep going and keep going. You got to be consistent with it. So yeah, take claim of that. You made that happen. If you have a vision board and you're marking stuff off, you know, you're marking goals off your vision board, you made that happen. Take claim of that. Celebrate that. That's today's message. Until next time, family, Dynast Amir, search for Huru. Peace.